Hey there YouTube, Lone Moose here. Today I'm going to be posting a video on smoking some babyback ribs, which is personally my favorite type of ribs to smoke, and it's really easy to do. Babybacks, you do those with what's called the 3-2-1 method, and I've got that explained in the video, what that is. Using wood chips for my gas smoker, mainly because my cotton picking master built pellet smoker still won't work. You soak the wood chips in water for about an hour before you put them in the wood chip pans on the smoker, and I always use apple juice for the liquid with pork. It gives it a little bit extra flavor. I've been smoking babybacks for years and years, and probably 10 or more years ago, a real good friend of mine, Mike Caldwell, he was in the Army at the time, and I was working with VA, and we were on a couple of projects together. Struck up a friendship, and one place we were traveling, Mike had some barbecue, and he wanted to know how to do that, so I helped him pick out a smoker, and then taught him how to do babybacks. And he's been doing them ever since. Loves them. He's in Florida now, and still smoking babybacks. Actually, it's kind of funny. I got a message from another old friend of mine with the VA, Carlos Arroyo, today, telling me that his kids had gotten him a smoker for Christmas, and he really didn't know how to use it. So I told him I'd coach him on some things. So I've got this video. I actually filmed this the first weekend in May. Right now, today, it's Tuesday after Memorial Day. So I get this put together and posted, but I've got some other videos on smoking chicken breasts, turkey breasts, that I basically just have to put those together. And then I'll start doing some filming on smoking some pork butts for pulled pork and some brisket. So, yeah, cover the whole gamut here. The video itself, I got a few flubs in this video, and it was kind of a windy day. The wind kept blowing the smoker door into me, but I'm not a professional. I do this for the fun of it, and I smoke and cook because I like to eat it. There's kind of a movie several years ago, some would call it a kids movie, called Ratatouille. And there was it's an animation movie, and there was a chef Gusteau from Paris there, whose motto was anyone can cook. Well, that's very true. Anyone can smoke meats. And I've done competition barbecue when I lived in Utah, and it was fun, but the quality is dramatically different from cooking what you like. And that's my advice to anyone who wants to smoke any kind of meats. Cook what you like and what you want to eat. Or if you're cooking for friends and family, incorporate that into your thought process. Don't get wrapped around the axle about trying to do competition style, because competition style is meant to satisfy judges. The way that I do my smoking now for around the house is meant to satisfy my palate and those who eat what I smoke. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. It was a lot of fun making it, and please leave your comments below. If you like these kind of videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and the little bell beside the subscribe, so that you will get notified when I post more content along these lines. It's a lot of fun. These ribs turned out really good. They're long since gone. You'll hear my dogs barking in the background during the video, and they got to enjoy the bones after I was done with them. So enjoy, and I will see you later. Good morning, YouTube universe. It's Lone Moose here, and it is now Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. And as I continue my weekend marathon barbecuing and smoking session, today's fare is going to be these two racks of babyback ribs. And then what I'm going to be using to smoke it with, wood-wise, is going to be the pecan and apple chips as a mixture. The rub that I'm going to put on these is going to be a combination of pork rub and pecan rub, and I've had real good luck with both of these over the years. Never used them on babybacks yet, so that will be today's adventure. So please stay tuned, and we will have us some more barbecuing and smoking fun today. Alright, the ribs, these will be dinner tonight. and I've taken them out of the package, rinsed them off, patted them dry. And now what we have to do is try and take the membrane off the back of the ribs. Now, I've watched a lot of videos and I've done it both ways. People will sometimes cook them with the membrane on. That's this part right here. Other times they want to take it off. Excuse me, take it off. It's really a personal choice. I do it just because that's the way I was originally trained to do it. So it's a very tedious process getting it started. And once you get it started, that's what the paper towel's over here for. It's too cut and pick and slick to hang on to. So you have to use the paper towel to get a grip on it, and then most of it will just rip right off. But it's the getting it started part that's the hard part. So just kind of bear with the next couple of minutes. Let's see if that's enough to get a grip on it. And then we'll just pull. But without the paper towel, you're wasting your time. Okay, one down. Yeah, chances of both of them going that smooth and easy are slim to none, and slims out on a real long lunch break. But we can always hope. Now, from what I've seen, the majority of the consensus is people want the membrane off. I think it kind of gives a gritty taste to the Babybacks, and I don't see that, but again, it's personal preference. And since my son's going to be eating these and he can be critical at times, I'm just going to do it this way. And that way there's no room for argument later this evening. Well, we got most of it. There's one little piece along his upper lip here. If we can get that free. Hot diggity darn. And the membrane is done. All right. Next thing we do, season it up. And I'm going to put some fresh gloves on here just because I don't want to get slime from that membrane onto my spices. So remember, I'm using two different kinds of spices here. The John Henry's pecan rub. I've used that on chicken before, and that really, really was good. Plus, I'm using pecan wood in the smoke. And then Fiesta extra fancy pork rub. Shake it on kind of liberally. Not using a whole lot of this just because this has some heat in it, and Cameron, my son, doesn't like a whole lot of heat, and then I'll use more of the pecan rub. I'd never used much pecan wood until last fall and this spring, and it's really kind of becoming one of my go-to favorite woods. I always like apple. If I'm doing beef, mesquite's the only way to go in my opinion, or a mesquite mix with oak, or mesquite with apple, or mesquite with pecan. I don't like hickory. I know that's sacrilegious to some people. To me, hickory gives everything a metallic taste, so I just don't use it. But you know, everybody's got their own taste. Use whatever rubs or mixes or spices that work for you, and that's the important thing. You're the one eating it. I don't know of any competition chefs, pit masters are going to be watching my stuff. This is people who want to cook to eat. So you do what you like, and the heck with everybody else. If they don't like it, guess what? That's their loss, not yours. Alright, now we're going to let this chill out for a little while and marinate. I'm going to go get the smoker started. I forgot to mention earlier, I'll be using apple juice again in the water pan. I always like that. It gives it, again, kind of a nice little added flavor. The way that I'm going to be doing these ribs today is what's called the 3-2-1 method. It takes about 6 hours. So the ribs will go into the smoker at about 250 degrees for 3 hours, just like you see them now. At the end of 3 hours, you take them out, you wrap them in foil for 2 hours, put them back in the smoker for 2 more hours. At the end of a total of 5 hours, pull it out, take it out of the foil, put it back on the smoker with just the bare meat for the last hour. Now what I'm going to do when I pull it off at 3 hours is I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on it so that it kind of steams in that barbecue sauce. One of them will be a sweet barbecue sauce, that's what Cameron likes, and the other will be one of the stubs that I like. And so that will help steam and continue to cook the ribs, and then when it goes on for the final hour, it will caramelize on the top of it. Some people like just, you know, strictly dry rub ribs. Some like nothing but barbecue sauce on it. I like them both. So that's how I'm doing it. Like I said, you cook for what you want to eat. So I will come back to you again once I get these in the smoker and show you the setup. And then after that, it's just time and heat do their magic. All right, time to put the ribs in the smoker. Get this show on the road. Ooh, they're hot. Duh. Alright, she's all buckled up. Ribs are in. 6 hours begins now. I'm only using a temperature probe in the smoker itself just to monitor smoker temperature, which I want to keep around 250. With the tried and true 3-2-1 method for baby back ribs and such, really monitoring the temperature of the meat is not necessary. So only one little probe today, and I will keep you in the loop as the day progresses. Alright, we're 3 hours into the smoking process. It's now time to take the ribs off and then take them in the building, wrap them up in foil, bring them back, put them in for 2 more hours. Oh, those are looking good. It's pretty strong, which is what I wanted. I'll be back in a few minutes and put them back in. The ribs are wrapped in foil. Now what I did is poured a line of barbecue sauce down the middle of each one and sealed it up, and that will let it kind of steam in it. This one is Sweet Baby Ray's with sweet barbecue sauce because Cameron likes sweet, and this is Stubbs Original because I'm not much of a sweet barbecue person. So now lock it up for 2 more hours and see how it does. Right, we're at the 5-hour mark. We've done the 3 hours in the smoke, 2 hours in the foil, so it's now time to take the ribs back out of the foil and put them into the smoker for their last hour to kind of caramelize the barbecue sauce. So nobody said this was easy. And it is messy and hot. This one is the sweet, and it's going to go on the lower rack so that I can keep them. Yeah. See, it's already falling apart off the bone. Knew that was going to happen. I just wonder how many pieces this is going to fall into. Try to get it in there. Come on. Lesson number 1, folks. Get a side table. It makes this much easier. So we close this back up. No, we don't. Need to put a little more water in the pan. Alright, now we close it up. Give it one more hour, and we're good to go. Alright, time is up. Ooh, now that is looking like some dynamic ribs. Alright, let's go inside and see what they look like all finished up. 6 hours. This is my ribs, Babybacks. The Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, the sweet sauce, is the ribs in the back. And the Stubbs Original is the ribs here in the front. Looks really good. Hopefully you can see, I mean, they cook back. They were falling apart when I put them on the final hour just to caramelize the barbecue sauce. So you know they're done, falling apart. Gonna let them cool down just a little bit, and then we're gonna try some. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. I know I made a few flubs today, but hey, that's part of barbecuing. Nothing goes perfect. You enjoy it. Everyone stay safe out there, and I will see you on the next video. And if you like this one, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That helps the channel, helps me know what I'm doing. If you got comments, anything you'd like to see, put them in the comments below and I'll respond to it. Take care, everyone, and like I said, stay safe in these crazy COVID times.